15 carryover courses. And they will begin to attack this lecturer and the other lecturer. Just like this said, that you give information, you now remember that this lecturer, you failed this course. You meet your friends, they tell you put the man's name that he forced you to buy textbooks when the man did not force you to buy textbook. Remember, what you sow is what you will reap. If you put the man's name there when the man did not force you, because you failed the course, you were looking at beautiful girls, because you will see beautiful girls, fair one, black one, yellow one, Fanta and the gold, everything, they are all here. You will see them. And you will see the ones that will deceive you. You will see them. And at the end, you just put up some days and say, "This people train me because I did not buy their textbooks." Instead of reading your books. We are another category of students who are here to read their books, who go to library, to study books, who study and improve on their knowledge. I'm not sure who move around watching the structures. We know we have beautiful structures in Esut. They will move out from office to office, meeting their friends, maybe collecting money from them. So we have all these categories of students. But I want to tell you that campus life is a positive one, because you are here to learn. You are here to improve on yourself. You are here to make your future better. You are not here to deceive yourself. And if you are here to deceive yourself, please, you better go. Don't deceive others. Just go. And I also want to tell you that it is not a place where you come and begin to bully people. Class reps who go live with lecturers to force students to buy books, and then turn those books to their bids or in-course assessment. It is not this place, because we will surely catch you. And when we catch you as a class rep, you will also suffer it. Let me tell you, as a year one student, you need to be careful, because somebody can come up and tell you that it's a class rep. That person may not be a member of your class. You know that. And identify yourself as a class rep, and you begin to collect money from you people. That is buying books, bringing the books. At the end, that person will disappear with the money. You will not see your money, and you will not see your textbook. And you only know his name as a PD, guy Paul, or any what is it? Nickname. You may not even know his real name, because I know in the campus, some people answer their guy name without reading their class, knowing their real name. And you are associated with the person. And you say that you have to ask their class friend. This is before answer will TD. I say, what is TD? You see, TD mean the Davidson. It may mean David. You see that? Deceiving yourself. How do we live this life in this campus? How do we live this life? Campus life, how do you live it? One is that you need to attend your classes. Attend your classes. Don't stay in your cell. Enjoy music. Enjoy discussions with your friends. and learn, because you will learn one or two things. I know that if you are crossing the backyard and you meet a mad person, and the mad person tells you that there is a spirit here that kills people, don't go. Will you go? No, because if you go there and that spirit kills you, then and no more. Don't do like the one that will tell you, I will bring out my head until I see the person to cut it. Then I will know how to handle the person. Please attend your classes. This is the library. The university library is here. The faculty library is here for you to read your books. Don't be lazy to read your books. In fact, a campus life is a place where you improve on your reading skill. Read many, because they say no knowledge is a waste. The DB will say it. DB will say it. This is the library. Read and study your books, as I said before. Interact and relate with others. Interact and relate with others, especially your classmates. Especially your classmates, because you will learn one or two things from them. Don't be an island unto yourself when you don't interact with anybody. Because by interacting and relating with them, it will improve your communication skills. It will improve your communication skills. Don't be surprised that if you don't do this, by the time you get to final year and you are asked to present your project, the other defense of your project, some of you will now become a stammerers. And you begin to say that I've been stammering since I was born. And you begin to say, so that you get us tired. And we ask you to go. No, we can't be tired. We will ask you to sit until you pronounce that word. But by interacting and relating with others, it will help you to improve on your communication skills. I have to show you how to chat. Did you hear that? It's better for you to speak when you are with your friends and they laugh at you. From there you will learn. Is that not true? From there you will learn. Because eventually when you graduate from this place, you will face a barrier for employment. Is that not true? Begin to make it from your day one. That's better that when I speak, they will laugh at me. Better they laugh at you now than later. Do you hear that? Because speaking or communicating skill is the great weapon you can use to surmount any challenge. You know that? Please, put you like okay. Work on your reading skills. Then another one is your desires and habits. You are here to control your desires and your habits. Those things you have been doing before, which you know that cannot help you to move on positively in life, begin to change them here. This place is a place where you have to change your character. You have to change your character. If you are being identified as a thief, being a soul before, begin to learn not to steal, or that you are a talkative. You talk every night, you gossip every night, you do one or two negative things. This place is a place you begin to change that habit. You are here in university to change yourself. Did you hear that? You are here to change yourself. You are here to improve on yourself. So if you have those things that will help you to become a better person, when you leave university should pass through you, not you passing through the university. Because somebody when they have already completed their first degree, they are afraid to talk to somebody. They are afraid to speak out in the public. Do you know that? They are afraid. Especially the young boys. How do you get your wife if you don't begin to learn how to speak? And the girl will speak one time again. They say, okay, fine. They talk and go. You have this better half. Begin to learn how to speak, how to interact. Check your habits. That habit of Igbo, every time you're speaking Igbo, every time you're speaking Igbo. And people will tell you, we don't want our dialect to die. And they will tell you, we don't want our dialect to die. When they want to present paper, they will use English. But they don't want dialect to die. I tell you, please begin now to learn English. I think my children how to speak English, not Igbo. I want them one, they will learn it. It's a natural one. Please, I want to advise you that you need to do that. Then, why don't I say it? Please utilize the proper channel to seek solutions to your problems. Not when you have problems, let's assume you have a disagreement with a student. You can manage to help you please that student. Please, it is not done here. It is not done here. Utilize proper channel. You have departmental president, you have Esut, you have HOD. Even in the hostel, you have a hostel governors and all this. Utilize proper channel. Don't go and join anybody to beat someone. If you hear what I'm saying. They also mentioned here, which I want to repeat, that you need to learn how to be independent. You need to learn how to be independent. That's the essence. Not every time you enter motor and go to your house, and go to your mother's house, and you come back. If anything happens to you on the road, don't blame anybody. Because some of you are still mommy's work and mommy's care. Every weekend, instead of staying in the school to learn, you enter bus. Yeah. On Monday morning, on Tuesday morning, you come back. The other Friday, you will go. If the lecturer wants to fix a lecture or fix, you will not join the group that will say, no, Friday will not be convenient for us because want to go to their money, want to go to. Learn how to be independent. That's the essence of the campus life. How to be independent. So that you will listen like somebody that is being trained here. I will not waste their time. But I want to tell you that campus life is a joyous life. It's a place where you will have freedom to do the right thing, not the wrong thing. Freedom to think about yourself. Know how to live when you graduate from this place. Begin from year one. Thank you very much.
Round of applause for our DVC professor. Professor Chiki, a round of applause for our DVC for that remarkable speech. He laid emphasis on visiting the library and improving on your reading skills. And mind you, you're in this institution of learning to improve yourself positively, not negatively. Inviting the registrar of this institution, Professor Ambrose D. Owu. I'll take that again. Now inviting the registrar of this institution, Chief Ambrose G. Ogu is going to take us on university academic regulations, registration, deferment, withdrawal and change of course, and CDPA. Welcome with a round of applause, Chief Ambrose G. Ogu.
Thank you for coming. Hello. As a student of Esut, we have a way of preaching. When I say strong skin, when I say strong Esut, strong Esut, strong Esut, strong Esut, strong skin. Are you with me? Strong Esut, strong Esut, strong. Thank you. Today's business is very, very important for every Tom, Dick, and Harry. It is not easy to see your registrar. Anytime you hear that registrar's office need your attention, it is either for suspension, for discipline, or for some other academic misfortune that you are into. Today, I will take you over what you should know in university. Firstly, I congratulate you for getting admission into this our school. I joined this university as a staff in 1982. They never come another time. And presently, I am the national treasurer of Esut. So, what I'm going to tell you is experience as a student, as a staff, and as an alumnus of Esut State University of Science and Technology. I will start by telling you about registration. Admitted in the university, the first thing is not to pay school fees. What you are supposed to do is to pay the acceptance fee, and then you take your documents to the faculty for verification. If you are verified and all the subject combination for you to read that course are there, you will now be advised to go and pay your school fees and pay development levy. But because of one thing or the other, a child gains admission, and then the parents, the first thing they will tell you that they have paid all their school fees. And tomorrow, they now bring the certificate, only for you to notice that the person did not predict English language. And English language is a must for you to enter the university. Then you now go to the bursary and they will tell you no report. Your problem starts there. If you go to the department, you are going to see the faculty officer. And the faculty officer will take you around and tell you what you are supposed to know. You are supposed to create a file in the faculty. And what are supposed to be in that file? Your school fees, your medical fee, then the original duplicate or original photocopies of their certificates. Then you have your O-level results, affidavits, attestation, birth certificate,
local government of origin, and another thing called memo or memorandum. That memo or memorandum is where your registration number is written. Am I communicating? Strong Esut! Strong Esut! Why I am hammering on this is because the challenges I am having in the office now are people who are supposed to hear one thing or the other, but they don't want to be there. Now, the next thing is that how many of you are reading anatomy here? Raise up your hand. Anatomy. How many of you are reading anatomy here? Nobody. Well, good. The problem now is that many people are in anatomy and ABB with the intention that after 1 year they will change to medicine. Or where? You better listen and listen very, very well, because these are the challenges we are having now. For medicine, pharmacy, nursing, med lab, and law, you must have 200 in JAM. You must have what? 200 in JAM. For you to change to any of these courses, even if you had 199 in JAM and you scored 4.5, your form will not be considered. Am I clear? This year we had to bend a little to accommodate as many as possible because of the increase we had after our admission, the merit and the concessional admission. Then we say for law, med lab, nursing, pharmacy, if you want to change, you must have 3.5 as CGPA. 3.5. This thing I'm saying is for those in year 2, because I know that very soon you will be in year 2. So many of them did not succeed in that change of course because they did not come to 3.5. Again, so many want to read computer science and the computer science without knowing that computer science requires mathematics in JAM. It is a challenge. Now, the business has already said it. Your exam starts on 5th of March. How many of you have gotten registration number here? Raise up your hand. How many? How many? Raise your hand. Registration number. Okay. For you to enter the examination hall, you must have a registration number. So many of you are interested in going to class without going to the faculty officer or taking your credentials to the ICT in the faculty for verification of your certificate. So many of you will not sit for this exam. So many. But I thank God you are here listening. You can now think of those who are outside, who are not here. And if you don't sit for this first semester exam, it means next year you will now repeat that this year 1. And it is not automatic. That one takes me to the issue of deferment of admission. I'm sure some people are writing what I'm saying because you will see it. So many people, after staying in the school for 1 year or 2 years, they will like to jump without being sure that they will receive that place. And when they go there, months and 1 year, and the thing fails, they now come back, thinking that they will still be in year 2. They don't know that they have been processed out of the school because you left without deferring your admission or without having voluntary withdrawal. For any decision you take in the school, be sure of the consequences. This is a handbook. The first 100 people or 150 to register in the faculty, we have advantage of having this work. Everything I'm saying is contained here. Faculty officers will collect this thing tomorrow in my office. They are equally going to collect this one, known as Know Your University. The issue of change of course is not automatic. And for some of you who will apply to change to medicine, and you notice that you did not come to 4.5, you now say, change me to medline. It is not done. We only consider you where you paid for. Then, on Friday, that Friday is matriculation. For you to be a student of this university, you must sign the matricular. This is the matricular. This is called what? This is called what? This matricular is very, very important because after your matriculation, we are going to send this thing to JAMB. And JAMB will now send it to NYSC. There is a name. Why this thing is very important and the colors here, I want you to note it very, very well. Date of birth. What did I say? Very, very important. I have so many applications in my office. Somebody is now in the US and you want the transcript. And you now prepare the transcript based on what the person feels in his or her year 1. And the person will bring international passport. This is my date. You know what we do? We just go to the matricular because you yourself use your hand to sign this thing. You have serial number, name, JAMB registration number, matric number, mode of entry, whether direct to PEP or UME, sex, date of birth, local government, state of origin, then phone number and signature. If you are answering Okeke, Polinus, Chido, maintain it for the rest of your stay in Esut. You have to be consistent with the name you are answering. Because this name is the name that NYC will consider for your mobilization. That is why if people come to my office, they have inconsistency in their WAEC results and then JAMB. I will just say, register the person with the name in the person's JAMB admission letter. Now you now have another problem with me. Why we do not consider what you are giving to us as date of birth or participant certificate or affidavit is because somebody can take you to court or take university to court that this person is supposed to retire this year and you say it is next year. It's a challenge. So you have to be consistent with 3 names you answer in university. Don't just say, okay, John. Write the dead name. In all your correspondences, name. The date of birth, be consistent with it. All of you have profile. You have because immediately you accept your offer of admission, you have already created a profile. And that profile contains your date of birth, contains everything concerning you. You have to maintain that profile till you graduate from this university. Don't carry your father or your mother to come and shed tears in my office. Like, and university is not where you do things on sympathy basis. We have rules and regulations. That is why we devoted today to talk to those who know that education is very important and that they are students of this university. Feel free to ask questions where you are confused. On Friday, 3 administrative officers will be pairing with the faculty officers of the faculty. And the job of those administrative officers will be to ensure that everybody matriculating in the faculty sign the matricular. If you have not received the administration number, just sign this one, but make sure and note that your registration number is not there. Immediately you get your registration number, you go and complete it. But we want to keep this thing. I entered this in 1986 as a student. 86, then graduated 90. I signed the matricular. And after signing the matricular, it's a bounded copy. One goes to the registrar, one goes to the DAP, and one is left with the faculty. So every time you now come and tell us your date of birth is this and that, we will just go and look for it and photocopy it and prepare anything you are looking for. Okay. So it is very important that you know about it. Another thing is redeployment. Redeployment is when an admission is given to you to read computer science. And they notice that computer science requires mathematics and you don't have it. Then they will now say, let us redeploy you to another department where you are qualified. Most importantly, it's not only when you apply for a deployment or for change of course without receiving a letter of approval by the deputy registrar admission, you now consider yourself you have been redeployed. No, foul. Strong Esut. Strong Esut. I know why I'm making this announcement because if you follow me to my table, that's the problem I'm having now. Some are in year 3 and in year 4, but they do not have registration number. And that's the rest of Esut. That year 3, they don't have registration number. And you ask them, how have you been doing this? They say, well, we pay school fees, but our names don't come out in this. But after we go to the lecturer, we show us the mark. One important thing you have to note with this present administration is that there is nothing like retrospective approval. Did you get me? Retrospective approval. If you are sick, write for voluntary withdrawal. Voluntary withdrawal is when you are a student, you are year 2, year 3, year 4, and due to one thing or the other, you cannot continue. You write for voluntary withdrawal. But the fairness is if you are in year 1 and you have paid school fees, you have paid development levy, but you don't have money for textbook or hostel, but you have registration number, you are now approved for development. As I said again, if you apply for anything and you don't have a letter saying approval, don't go there. There are so many letters in my office now of change of course, change of course, change of course. Those things are not approved. And instead of going to the admission office to collect the letter of not approved, they will continue staying there in the class, reading. And tomorrow they will come and tell you after paying all my fees. And they will show you a photocopy of the letter they wrote that time. Then if you ask the person, let me see where this thing was approved. Nowhere. So, I've talked about change of course. If you want to make first class, the journey starts now. The journey don't do what starts now. You can withdraw on voluntarily or on health or on disciplinary reason. If you check your examination with examination answer script, everything concerning examination is written there. This university has 0 tolerance to copying or drafting. About 3 weeks ago, right here, a final year medical student, medicine and surgery, is supposed to have oath taken today. But because he was sitting at the back and looking at somebody's script, he wasn't called tell. But as the lecturer was marking the script, he noticed the sequence. The guy was refused graduating. You know, in medicine, if you have 5 courses, they give you 5 answer scripts. So, it's either connivant or not. But I know some of these things are not your portion. If you get answer script, go through it the first 5 minutes. Don't go to the phone with your phone. In the university, you have channels of communication from your head of department to the dean, to the registrar or to the VC. You don't just walk to the office of the registrar with your letter. You have channels of communication. The VC and the VC already mentioned it. What will happen is that we are going to be interacting from time to time because of time. But it is very, very important that you make your stay here very, very smooth by helping us as we help you. Strong Esut! Strong Esut! Strong Esut! Scale! Yes, gradually you will get used to it. We have the alumni center near the Access Bank. And in the next 4, 5 or 6 years, I am happy to welcome all of you as an alumni and alumni of Enugu State University of Science and Technology. Thank you and God bless you.
Now we're welcoming the boss of this institute, Professor Dr. Augustine Oj, with a round of applause.
Thank you. As we welcome the boss of the university, Dr. Augustine Oj. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome him. Strong Esut, still. Good afternoon, everyone. You know, this one is money matter. And once it comes to money, we have to be very, very careful. I'm not going to waste time, just 2 minutes to direct you. I hope by now you have gotten your admission letter from Esut? True or false? By that processes, you have created a profile. True or false? And by that, you may have paid your acceptance fee. True or false? From this point, you know that you must pay your school fees. And the way we designed our platform here in Esut is that each payment you want to make, you must have a printout from any cyber cafe. True or false? Please, I repeat, if you go to bank and pay any money, you will pay it twice. Some of you have been coming to my office. How do we reform? We don't reform. There is nothing like reform is not in my dictionary. Be very careful with what I'm going to say now, because this is money. This is money. I don't talk so much unless I'm in the class. I will just go direct to the point. Any payment you want to make, please make sure you have a printout for the payment you want to make. And make sure you go to bank and make the payment. Do not give any person money to pay for you. I hope we get what I'm saying. Now, please, for our information, there is what we created in bursary called electronic ledger. Immediately you create your profile on the acceptance, you have created a ledger for yourself. That thing you created there is linked to the bursary. It's linked to the bank. It's also linked to InterSwitch, which is our payment. It's also linked to e-transact. Reason is this: once we make payments, it will come to my platform and stay. If you bring your receipt or the payment printout or what you have paid into the bank, what I need is only your registration number. Once I key in, everything about you will come out. I will know whether you have paid or not. If I want to further to check, I will click in the number, the payment number you use it making the payment. It will tell me how much you have paid as against what you say you have paid. So we have to be very, very careful. Our school fees is 124,900. It's very clear. Very, very clear. And if you don't pay these school fees, you will not take the exam. If you take the exam, that one concerns you. If you fail to pay it, you will still come back and pay it twice. It is very clear. Now, we have what we call development fee. If you are in medicine and surgery, is 300,000. Law 250, nursing 150, pharmacy 250, medical 250. Other department is 50,000 naira. I hope that one is clear. Then some people will say, I want to change from one faculty to another, or from one department to another. That I have paid my school fees and paid my development fee. That I don't need to pay another development fee. And if you are changing from one place to another, it's better you don't change and stay where you want to stay. If you are changing from another place to another, you will pay the development fee again on that place you are going. Otherwise, you stay where you were before. So I want this to be very clear to you. do not leave somebody out. If you are not convinced or if you are unclear with what we are saying about payment, please, we are always available. Come to my office, I will clarify you. Apart from this, I told you I don't need to talk so much because this is money. If you have if you are confused or if you fail to understand what I say, you can approach me or come to my office. I will direct you for it. Do not give any person help. Thank you very much.
Now inviting on stage Dean PG School Professor Charles Chime to take us on a peek into CC Mass Institute of Education with a round of applause. Dean of PG School Professor Charles Chime, you're highly welcome as you take the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, Professor Charles Chime will be taking us on a peek into the CCMAS Director, Institute of Education. Ladies and gentlemen, please get your pen and paper ready for this wonderful lecture. Thank you for coming, sir.
Thank you very much. Great Esut students. Great Esut students. Great Esut students. I am doubling as the acting dean School of Postgraduate Studies and the focal person for CC Mass. CC Mass borders on curriculum. And I was listening very attentively when the other speakers, the other people that gave you lectures spoke, and no much emphasis was paid on curriculum. All right, so I have to talk to you about curriculum. I hope you understand what curriculum is. What's going to engineer your stay here? The courses you are going to offer, semester by semester and so on. All right, we have a new package now from NUC. Okay, we have a new package from NUC, which we call CC Mass, core curriculum, and minimum academic standard. Now, you people are going, those of you going, I'm going to say something very important. If you go, you have yourself to blame. Because I'm going to talk about your courses, the courses you will register. The register told you about registration of courses. You pay your school fees and you proceed and do registration. Now, the courses you are going to register are in your curriculum, the curriculum of the program you are doing. For instance, if you are in sociology, we have curriculum for sociology. Before now, we used to have what we call PMAS. PMAS is the benchmark for minimum academic standard. That was the old curriculum. But now, NUC brought out a new one, they call CC Mass. And this CC Mass is tailored to make us to capture peculiarities. If you are offering a course, your course needs to have impact on the community you are. Okay, so the NUC, what NUC is? Nigerian University Commission. So they design 70% of the CC Mass and ask the various programs
in the various universities in Nigeria to design the 30%. Esut have done that. Each and every department program have designed that 30%. And this 30% is aimed at making sure we capture peculiarities of our community, so that at the end of the day, when you graduate, you will be relevant to the needs of the society around you. So that is what informed that decision. Esut has done that, and we are starting implementation of this CCMAT from with you. Okay, your set is the pilot set that we are starting this CCMAT with. Now, what is CCMAT all about? It's about the courses you are offering in your program. I have to congratulate you. I didn't remember to do that initially. Congratulations for getting admission. Now, you are in the university. Let me warn you, the university is not a bed of roses. It's a place where you are free. You have absolute freedom, but no freedom at all. Why I say you are free, but you are not free at all, is that we don't monitor you the way they do in secondary schools and primary schools. Okay, you are free to move around. You are free to attend lectures. You are free to sit down in your hostel and all the rest of them. That's your limited freedom. But the no freedom at all is when you fail your courses. If you fail one course, you start having problem already. Okay, so you don't want that to happen. That's why I have to tell you about curriculum. Now, when you want to register, if you pay your school fees and you are printing down and you go to the portal to register your courses, you will see courses will be populated for you. First semester courses. Now, in the CCMAT, we allow each program to have minimum of 15 credit units. I don't know whether you have heard about units, credit units before. Credit units are assigned to courses depending on how the severity of the course, the weighting of the attached to the course. Okay, so you might have one credit load course, 2 credit load course, 3, and even 6. These credit loads represent the number of hours of lecture you are going to have in the course per week. So if you have a course of 2 credit load, it means you are going to be taught in that course 2 hours in a week. Maybe the first period will be 1 hour, another period of 1 hour. Okay, so the credit unit represents the number of hours you are going to have the course per week. And in the CCMAT, you are expected to have minimum of 15 units and maximum of 24. But one of the purposes of CCMAT is to make sure that you are not overburdened. Before now, the curriculum used to be so tight that students will be finding it difficult to cope. So NUC decided that things have to be lightened up. All right, you don't have to flood students with so many courses. So the CCMAT have chosen that. Now, if you go to register, courses will be populated for you. And all these courses you must pass. Maybe sociology 101, 2 credit load. Psychology 101, 3 credit load. I don't know whether anybody has attempted to register here. Nobody. But when you want to register, you see the courses lined up for you. Maybe 8 courses or 7 courses, depending. But when you total the credit load, it shouldn't exceed, it should lie between 15 and 20, and not exceeding 24. Now, what is the problem here? The problem is any course you register in the university, you must pass. Pass means you must get a passing grade. Okay? If you fail any course, we call it carryover here. Because, like I said, you must pass any course you register. So if you fail any of those courses populated for you that you have registered, you are going to take, if it's a first semester course, you take it to first semester, second year. You carry it over to first semester, second year. And you register it before the courses for second year, first semester. And remember, you are constrained by the maximum number of credit load you can carry. So, if you are not a serious student, you might even, in that second year, you might fail some more courses. And you carry the courses over to where? Third year. If you are still not serious and you don't study your goods, you might end up carrying to final year. And what will tell you if the all the carryovers and the courses you are supposed to do in final year do not enter? What I mean by do not enter, do not. And if the total credit load exceeds the maximum, you will be required to put up another year. So you came to do a 4-year course, and you are now running it for 5 years. Now the university permits maximum of 6 years for a 4-year course and 7 years for a 5-year course. Okay? If you are unable to graduate within this limit, you will be processed out of the university. You will go without certificate. All the money, the resources your parents have spent will go in vain. So you don't want this to happen. That's why I say the university is not bed of roses. The moment you step in, you start emphasizing your studies. Okay? So if you emphasize your studies, you will not run into these difficulties. Because everything you will be passing and then going. And remember, all the scores you have in the courses will be used to compute your CGPA at the end of the day. So the moment you have stepped into the university, you start making first class, or second class upper, or second class lower, or third class. We also have pass, but you don't want to have any of pass and third class. So you will always aspire to have the first class or second class upper. I hope that is clear. So it becomes on you to emphasize your studies. If you don't emphasize your studies, you will have yourself to blame. You will see the people your colleagues will be graduating and you are waiting for another year. And this comes with school fees. Any year you meet, you pay extra school fees. You see, and we have had occasions where parents will say, I'm not going to pay for you again, and you start running around. So please, you should emphasize your studies. You have come here to make your parents proud, to make the society proud. We have a wonderful management. Okay? If you have any problem, you bring it to them. Information, things that are bothering you, you are always free to report. And we are going to have a secret box in our faculty. You can drop anything there, provided you are saying the truth. Okay? If you are lying, the lie will find you. Okay, now, I told you I'm doubling as a focal person for CCMAS and the Dean DG student. Do we have any DG students here? Any new DG students? newly admitted PG students. We have offered admission to more than 200 PG applicants. Do you know what PG is? Postgraduate study. All right. Most of you are undergraduate. When you finish your undergraduate program, you may want to further your studies. All right, to do MSc, PhD, or even PGD, diploma program. That's what the postgraduate program entails. Do we have any students admitted in that category? No PG students. Okay, so I will reserve what I wanted to say. Maybe on the matriculation day, we'll see them. Okay. Now, the vice chancellor told you about Esut. That Esut is getting to be the best university, but I can assure you, Esut is the best university. We have 2 universities in Nigeria now, Esut and others. And you are privileged to be in the #1 university in Nigeria. Congratulations and welcome. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, that was the
Please, there is fried rice and there is chicken. Hello. I say there is fried rice and there is chicken. So calm down. We still have our fried rice and we still have our chicken. So for those of you that don't receive Valentine's gifts, chicken and fried rice, we are going to bless you with chicken, gifts and fried rice. Thank you, please. Let us welcome the next person.
To recognize Miss Esut, Miss Chukwu Divine Amarati. Quick. That's the Miss Esut of this great institution of learning. Next up, the face of Esut, Miss Okorochi also Immaculata, standing ovation for waiting to her. All right, Jacinta USN, represented by Mr. Nelson Ezike. They will take us on the use of university library. Round of applause from Mr. Nelson Ezike, the representative of Dr. Mrs. Jacinta USN.
Good afternoon, students. Please, I'm not going to bother you students because I've gone too far. I have to tell you the way we operate with the library. Now, in Esut library is a big library that covered almost all the faculties, everything. Not only that, we have also faculty libraries. That means if you don't have the strength to go to the main library, you can go to your faculty library to read. Not only that, Esut library has some other two important departments. That's medical library and non-library. Very powerful libraries. Then I would like to start to tell you that in Esut library, our operational time, we open by 8 o'clock, but by 8:30, we admit the students inside the library to use the library. And we have some rules and regulations, ethics guiding us the use of library. In the library, every one of you know that library is a silent zone. Very silent zone. At times you may enter to the library, about 100, 200 students will be there reading. You will not, when you look at the table, you will not even understand that people are there reading. There are some rules we try to abide with. That means, number one, library is a silent zone. Being a silent zone, we don't want you to go over there and make noise. Two, in the library, you don't answer calls like just people are calling and start answering. Hello? What happened? No. Why do that? You are distracting other people's attention. It's not allowed at all. And again, when entering to the library, there is a particular place you are meant to keep your bags. You don't need to carry your bags inside the reading rooms. You don't. There is a particular place the porter will show you where you keep your bags. But what you should bear in mind is that your bags is at owner's risk. But you always advise, if you are keeping your bag, if there is money there, pick it up. Pick your hand your phone out of it and you can go. Another thing is that after reading, please, after reading, as you are going, you must show the books you've entered into the library to the porter. He has to identify whether the book you are holding is your own or your own. He may not have the power of maybe the strength to ask you why going, but why coming out, you have the strength to say, please let me see your books. It's compulsory. Another thing is that why walking inside the library, not walk with a noise-making shoe. Call. Why do that? You are distracting attention. We don't need it. It's against us. Another important thing I want us to know is that please, anytime you are entering to the library, if you have a bag, please put it in your bag. You are not. But then when people did anything you have in your bag, you don't take them inside the reading rooms. Because if you eat your bag, the memories of your bag automatically will bring rats into the library, rats into the library, and the rat will start destroying the books. We don't need that. So in the library, we have A system in which to operate. In hospital they call it one round. We do what we call library round. And students are there seated reading. We don't disturb anybody. But from time to time you see some of our workers moving quietly, going closer, watching, trying to know how you are there, whether you are reading or not. The reason is that a lot of our students have turned our library to a love library. I know what I'm saying. You see somebody carrying a girl or somebody carrying a boy, enter into a corner. Instead of reading, they will discuss another thing entirely, planning another thing entirely. Another one that is so important to us is that please, anytime you enter into the library, we always check if you have a result. We don't accept that because we've had situations where some students enter into the library and a particular portion, a particular chapter of the book, they will use resume to cut it off and pocket it and go on. It's one of the reasons why most of the time you see us going around to monitor what is happening. Please, there are other important ones, but let me still say this one again. Please, anytime you are reading our library book or materials, please don't underline anything in our books. Maybe you find something very important or your lecturer has said something, you decide to underline it for you now to maybe anytime you pick the book you remember it. No, we don't want it. Leave our book as it is. Don't underline anything. It's not your personal book. And remember, your children are coming to read some of these books. Very, very important. Very, very important. Then, another important thing is that we operate shifts. People who come from 8 o'clock, before 11:30, people coming out will take over from them. But the people in the morning, they will still be there. They will sleep by 4. Then those of them that will be there will remain there till 6 o'clock. Like in other libraries in Nigeria, other libraries, universities, you find out that they even operate even 9 o'clock. But because this place is not other residential area, most staff and students live in Enugu. So before 6 o'clock, you not even find a vehicle to travel home. So that's why at least by 6 o'clock you end up for the day. Please, another important thing I want us to know is that you don't reserve seats, especially during the exam time. The life is always full with readers, filled everywhere. We don't reserve a seat. We are reserving a seat for somebody that is at home. Whereas someone is inside the library and supposed to, we don't entertain that. We don't entertain that. So I want you to take note of it. Exam is fast approaching now. Very soon the library may not even contain almost everybody. Don't reserve a seat for someone that is not around. Then I want us to know that in a library, after somebody, there is what we call share reading. Sharing and share reading. Share reading is that, at the end of the day, all people consulted yesterday and in the morning, we take it back to the shell. Taking it back to the shell means we return every book to a particular place, to its normal position. So that when you come tomorrow, you can go to that particular shell and pick it up. Without scheduling, some of these things will not be there. At the same time, please, after consulting our books, please take it very, very important to us working in the library. After consulting a particular book, there is no need for you to return the book back to the shelf. Leave it there and then go your way. You do not have anything to do with returning the book back to the shelf. It's our duty to return the book back to the shelf. Because a lot of things has happened. A lot of students, after reading the book, when they find the book very interesting, they like to hide the book for his own personal use alone. They will not allow other students to use it. So most times we have, please, after consulting a book, leave the book on the table and go your personal way. But at times you don't come to the library and discover that a book you consulted yesterday, you do not find it. Don't panic. Try to explain something to the book. Either correctly somebody is using the book. Secondly, maybe someone has misshelled the book. Thirdly, somebody was hidden the book somewhere for his own personal use. When we get that type of report, what we don't do is we move to action. Before within 30-40 minutes, that book is loaded. But at times, if I want it, that book must be borrowed by someone. But many things, please, anytime you are in the library, if you are not aware of how we operate, we are there. Consult any of us, ask questions. It's 2 questions you know what you are doing. There is a man, a great man, an Indian thinker, a librarian, right, Jonathan. He provided a theory like law of life in 1931. He started by saying that books are for use. Every book is reader. Every reader is true. Save the time of a reader that the library is a growing organism. Now, I will not emphasize in other 3. I will emphasize on the number 4, save the time of a reader. Most times you enter into the library, look at the post when I read the night. We did it for easy location and easy identification of materials in the library. You can imagine in your homes, most times we call some of our collectors in our homes library. At times, if you are looking for maybe a science book to use in year 1 or you use in your primary school, maybe there is something you are one of the lecturers. You say, okay, I remember before you find it, take your time. But with proper organization, you can assess that materials without waste of time. And saving the time of the reader means we organize this thing in a way that no reader, like in college of medicine I came from. Most time I do this challenges for professors. The professor will come and I tell them, please, there's a particular book I use so assistant. There are different books here. Can you tell me the name or the author or the subject? Besides this book for it internal medicine. Okay, sir, what topic are you choosing? What you will tell me the topic. I will go into it. So we do all these things, we organize all these things, mainly to save the time of our users. My dear students, please, anytime you visit us, don't hide in ignorance. Ask questions. If you are not clear, ask questions. Then it will be clear. If you don't know how to locate a particular book, ask questions. Somebody will guide you. Thank you very much.
That was Mr. Nelson, educated representative of Dr. Mrs. Jessica USA, the AG librarian. Now invited on stage, Professor Mrs. Antonia Ekanibi, represented by Solomon Asogwa, the guidance counselor. They will take us on the University Council unit. A round of applause for Mr. Solomon Asogwa, representative of the Professor Antonia Ekanibi.
Of the greatest Nigerian students. Greatest Bobo. Please, I will not take much of the time. Dr. Asogwa Solomon from the Department of Guidance and Counseling, Faculty of Education. I'm here standing in for Professor Onwara, who is on assignment. And I'm here to discuss with you or to inform you about a particular unit here in Esut called Esut Counseling and Human Development Center. It is located just opposite this building. You will see the signpost there. Now, you've heard cases where students commit suicide or have issues with the others. Like last week on the news, if you follow the news last week, you will hear where a student stabbed the hostel president over a certain issue and all that. Yes, conflict is bound to happen in every human endeavor. And I must tell you, just like the BBC told you, and of course, the dean of PG School said, the campus life is not rosy. Most times you want to quit. Most times you feel like, I don't do it again. Please, at such moments, visit the counseling center. Come and discuss with the guidance counselor. We are there to serve you better. Now, the counseling processes are offered under your educational areas, your vocational areas, and personal social areas. The educational areas cut across all your educational problems as you stay here in the university. Your vocational areas cut across problems or your future prospects about your vocation, job, and careers. Of course, many of you don't know that while as a student, you will be doing other things to fetch you money. No need of prostituting in the name of hookup and all that. No need of illegalities, cultism and all that to fetch money. No need of treating for all. If you address your vocational area very well, you'll discover you have no issues with that. In the personal social areas, we treat issues bordering on your personal interactions with people, your relationship. Many of you have your roommates. Of course, maybe after the first semester, maybe after the first year, you decide not to go again with your roommates because of some challenges. Such things exist, but no need to fight with anyone. You can discuss with the counselor. So we run different services in the counseling center, cutting across both orientation, that is what I'm here for, the placement services, the counseling services, follow-up services, referral services, family counseling, seminars, workshop, as well as research and rehabilitation. So please, I enjoin you that as you continue with your studies here, and we hope you enjoy it. At any point you find difficulty, please don't isolate yourself. Don't allow depression to cause or to get into you. Visit the guidance counselor. Thank you so much.
That was Dr. Solomon Asomo, representative of Professor Mrs. Antonia Ekadide, the guidance counselor. Now, I would like to invite our very own SUG President, Comrade Okele Owadonatus, Dona for All, to speak on politics. A round of applause for our SUG President, Dona for All, to speak on politics.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We still appreciate you.
Calling on stage Professor D.Z. Uku, a representative of Professor F.O.G. Kelezede to talk on exam malpractice and dangerous common mistakes during the examination hall. Round of applause for Professor D.Z. Uku, the representative of Professor F.O.G. Kelezede.
Strong Esut. Strong Esut. I stand on behalf of the chairman of the Senate Examination Malpractice Committee. Yes, this is a committee that the University Senate has set up to ensure that our exams are conducted in the most accurate, conducive, and appropriate manner, such that students will observe the rules and regulations concerning our exams. Very soon we are going to start our exams, especially for you, the first year students. And we want to draw attention to some of the basic offenses that students may indulge in, and for which we want to forewarn you so that you do not make the mistake of indulging in such mistakes. It will surprise you to know that after every semester examination, some students will be sent out of the university for one reason or the other. You may not know, but it happens. And so, this semester exam that is forthcoming, we decided that as parents, our interest is to stop such malpractice and not to catch students and to send them out. We are teachers, we are parents, we have our works, we have our children, just like you are. And so, what interests us most is to ensure that we prevent the occurrence of these malpractices and not necessarily going through the rigors of you facing the committee and then looking at the offences and at the end, punishments are meted out. We are parents, like I said, and when they are sent out, it is not just only you that suffers this punishment. Your parents at home will bear a greater part of this punishment, and that is not our interest. So we want to draw attention to exam malpractices. When you enter the exam, the first thing the lecturers will do or the instructors will do will be to issue you with the exam scripts. They will give you the exam scripts where you begin by writing your red number, writing your name, the course title, the course name. And once you finish that, you turn over the leaf. The next thing you see will be a list of common exam malpractices. They are listed there, and that's the offences and the punishment. We expect that there will be an interlude, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, before you receive the question papers. You use this 2 to 5 minutes to go through those offences. However, we have the plan that even as they are going to do your inspections, these offences will be given out, you will read through them, and you also sign as an undertaking that you are going to be of good conduct, especially as it concerns the examinations. You will sign it to your department, and they will be filed in their department. And so, at any point in time,
You will not say that you were not warned or you did not know. Of course, we say that ignorance of the law is not an excuse. But we just want to help you as parents. So what do we mean by grammar practices? Some of them you know. Naturally, you know what should constitute an offense. Assaulting the witch letter. Maybe for one thing or the other, the visitor is talking to you and you try to assault him, either verbally or physically. It's an offense. And the punishment is there. Or hiring somebody to write the exam for you. You bring an impersonator who will impersonate your person. And unfortunately, or fortunately for us, you are caught. Or the person is caught. If the person is our student, both of you will face the punishment. And of course, the punishment there is expulsion. And that brings us to what the Bible was saying at the beginning. That we do not want anybody to be rusticated. If you are here as a student, we expect that within the duration of your program, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, as case may be, you should graduate out. But when you expect at whatever level, whether it's for the year, for year, it doesn't matter. When you expect means you have lost all the years. But there are offenses that will not just bring about expulsion. Some of them can be suspension. You can be suspended for 2 years or 3 years. For some offenses, like when you bring in some written materials, you are writing something on a piece of paper, stuck somewhere in your body, or you are bringing in your electronic devices, this area of phone, or any electronic device that will aid you unnecessarily in an exam, and you are warned not to bring them. Of course, it's one of those things that are listed in that state. And your vigilator catches you with that. Of course, 2 years for the first offender, or 3 years for the second offender. And you can imagine when you are there for a 4-year program and you have to spend 2 years or 3 years outside to come back. It takes a strong mind to be able to come back and still finish with something reasonable. Or you are in the hall and somebody is communicating to you by any channel, or throwing something from outside into the hall. We always advise that as you walk into the hall, look around you. Check if there is any piece of paper within the place you are sitting. Open it and especially make sure it is not related to the exam. Otherwise, do away with any piece of paper. Because someone may walk in the newsletter or the exam monitoring committee, and they will keep the piece of paper, open it, and find something that is related to the examination they are taking. And you say, I'm not the one. How will you know? Who kept it? I'm not the one. I'm not using it. So we say, I'm not using it, as means it's fine on you. You say, I'm not using it. But why did you bring it in? So whether you have used it, or you are using it, or you are not using it, the offense will be meted out. I mean, the punishment will be meted out to you. So there are so many offenses. I've talked about assaulting a tutor or refusing to obey him for one reason or the other. Maybe you are drafting, you are copying, stretching your neck to stay, or you deliberately open your work for somebody to copy, and you pretend you don't know. One of the speakers had a question about where the lecturer was marking some scripts, and they found out that 2 persons were saying the same thing, which means one person copied from the other, and both of them will face the punishment. And what is the punishment? Suspension for 1 year or 2 years, depending on whether you are the first offender or second offender. So I won't be able to run through all the offenses, but like I said, Those offences are listed in every examination script. That is the first thing you see on the first page inside. They are listed there, and like I said, before the exam, you have opportunity of signing them in your department, go through them. But even whether you read them or not, talk to yourself. Talk to yourself here and now that you will not indulge in any examination practice. Because if you have that culture, we know what is happening in some secondary schools where some of us came, and we think that it is business as usual. No, you have entered a different environment, and here we are very serious about it. You have the malpractice committee, you have the monitoring committee, you have the vigilator, and the rest of them. All of them are working synergy to ensure that exam malpractices are reduced to zero or near zero. On that note, I just want to please advise and encourage us to disabuse our mind from anything that will humiliate you in the examination hall, because it will be taken very, very seriously and it will affect your future. It will affect your future. You stay longer or you stay out, and by so doing, your future would have been affected. Not to talk about the financial implication on their parents who would have wasted these years. From that, you will enter into some state of psychological depression, and that can mean a different thing in your life. It is not our wish, but when we forewarn you and you decided to indulge in any of those practices, and they are caught, we do not look at this. We do not look at your crime or pressures from parents, from home, from wherever. The rules are there, stipulated, and there's nothing you can do about it. We just apply the rule. So it is important that as you are coming here, make up your mind that you finish at the appropriate time and you observe the regulations, especially as it concerns examinations, and you don't have any problem with university. Thank you for the audience.
For the medical center, any representative for the medical center. Over to you, students. Do you have any questions for? Any questions? Any questions? Please by raising your hand.
Starting on the existing protocol, I want to thank those of you who this morning maintained silence and decided to stay around this very day. It's our belief that most of the things we talked about, that many of you are going to benefit from them. Feel free to approach any of the principal officers whenever you find difficult in your education. And as we continue to say, don't just do certain things because others are doing it. So many people notice that some people are changing department and that some people are stepping down. And they started writing, not knowing that if you are in pharmacy and you want to step down to read medicine year one, you will pay another 300,000. Have you discussed it with your parents? If not. So don't follow that other people are writing letters for you to write, and then you go ahead and write it. And then discuss some of these things with your parents. We are not here alone. The Almighty will continue to guide you in your statements in Jesus' name.
Inviting our very own SG President, Comrade Okeye Donatus Donor for All, inviting him on this podium to speak on politics. A round of applause for our SG President Okeye Donatus Donor for All.
Of the greatest Nigerian students, of the greatest Nigerian students. Yes, this is part of your orientation. When you hear something like this, you know that this is what they use to those students. If you hear of the greatest Nigerian students, you shout great, you shout very well, right? Of the greatest Nigerian students, good. Like I told you people earlier, we contracted a catering service that bringing rice for students for this orientation. If you notice when the registrar was making comments, I answered the call. So he said that they are coming. So you can just exercise patience. So for politics in Esut, I don't think there is any person who can speak about politics in Esut better than myself. So when it comes to politics, the politics I'm talking about is the school politics. I believe many of you here may be interested in one position or the other, may be interested in handling one post or the other in your class, in your department, in your faculty, or at the HK level. So pay attention because you need to know some things that will guide you properly. First of all, is that you have to build on your CGPA. You have to ensure that this is your 100 level. You need to build your CGPA so that you have a good CGPA first. Because you can't enter politics election if you don't have up to 3.0 in your CGPA. So if you don't have up to 3.0, you will be disqualified. So first of all, your 100 level, use it to build your CGPA. The courses you are doing now is very, very cheap and easy for you to be able to make it. If you enter 200 level, you see courses that are hard, right? So you may not be able to get A in those courses. But the courses you are doing 100 level, it will be easy for you to get A in all the courses you are doing. Very, very easy if you want to get it. So use your 100 level to build your CGPA first. Then when you enter into 200 level, that is where you now become eligible to contest for any position in the school. Because the constitution of the union government, section 34 states that for someone to be eligible to contest for any position at the SG or any election, the person must have spent at least a year in the university. That is past 3 year 1, then you enter year 2. Right? So it is something you have to have in mind. So it is something you have to have built it basically at your mind that I want to do this. Before I leave the school, I would like to handle the position or the other, right? Because the people you are seeing out there, the governors, the senator, the representative, the same out there, and the circular politics, they all started from the university levels, right? Yeah, they started from the university level. Tim Morgan Namane, the first one of the civilian government of our governor of our Enugu state, he was once the national president of Medical Association of Nigeria, right? From then, the people that worked with him then, they were all their colleagues there when he was in university. When he became governor, he gave all of them appointments, and they all started from there. You know, the Sullivan achievement is not an exception. Uruguru is not also an exception. Uruguru was once, I think, Minister of Transport at UNN or so. You know, these are people who started their politics from the university like this. So it is not always easy to be playing politics in university, but it's something that you have to be determined to be able to succeed. Like myself, when I entered the British University, I said to myself before I leave the university that I will be one of the student leaders. Yes, in my 100 level, I was elected the class rep. I didn't struggle to get it. I was just elected the class rep. You know, aside from class rep, in my 200 level, I was appointed the Lausanne, that is law student of law student association of Nigeria, Esut campus. I was appointed the director of Esut campus. Then in my 200 level 2, I was appointed SSA to the student union president of student affairs. You know, in that same 200 level, I was also elected the national vice president, law student association in Enugu State. We start from there. Then in my 100 level again, I think I invited for postal PRO in my 100 level then. You know, you don't start from. So the reason I'm telling you all this thing is that if you want to play politics very, very well in the school, it is something you have to program your mind. First of all, your studies first, then you now begin to channel your attention to where you want to go. It is not something you come up overnight and say, I want to become SCG president. No, you have to start somewhere, right? Right? Yes. So after I will give you opportunity to ask questions, then in my same 200 vote there, I was equally I started nurturing of ambition of going for a SUG position. Then my 300 level, I was elected in SUG PRO in my 300 level. But before then, I had the intention of going for SUG president in my 300 level. But one of my senior colleagues in the law faculty had the intention of going for SUG president. So I stepped up for him. Then in my 4th year, I now pick up for SUG presidency. And as God may have it, I won. And that is how I became the SUG president. So when I was coming out for that SUG presidency, there were people from different faculties and all that, you know. People that has money, more than myself, they were using money, spending millions to get a position, you know. But owing to the fact that SUG politics is not about money, it's not about how much you spend. Hope you're listening. SUG politics, for you to win election in SUG politics, it is not about how much you spend. You see, those people spending millions, they are the people that usually lose in election. Because they don't know the nitty-gritty of the politics in SUG. Some of them just jump out and say, I want to go for SUG president. They start spending money, giving people money, buying things for people, hosting meetings here and there. That is not how politics in SUG works. You have to start from somewhere. People need to know you. You have to build trust in people. In my 100 then as a class rep, I insisted that my class will not pay class due. There's something they call class due. I don't know if you are paying it in your classes. Good. So as a class rep, I said, I'm not going to collect class due. I maintain it. It is only my class in the whole faculty that is not paying class due. I'm going to that class until now. It is only that class that is not paying class due to this final year. That is what I maintain as a class rep there. And the legacy is there. I've been out as the hostel, one of the hostel leaders. I've been out to champion the cause of the interest of the hostelers. You know, I was able to build trust in the people based on services, rendering, and all that. So, Esut they trust in me, and that is why they voted for me, right? So it is not as if they say I spend money and on them and bought them over. No. You can hardly put students over with money. So, if you're interested in handling posts, if you're interested in practice in school, you have to program yourself. You have to start from somewhere. Only to the fact that it's not about going there to make money. No, it is going there to render service. So you start from somewhere. From this 100 level, people are watching you. Whatever you are doing now, people are watching you. Don't be surprised that if tomorrow after election, the new government may appoint some people from 100 level as SA because they are already watching you people to know those who are interested in or who can handle one position or another. So you have to package yourself well, and before you know it, opportunity will come. So if you have any question, you can ask. Thank you so much.
When I try to colonize us from East Africa, whenever benefit from any of those countries, Ghana knows say the country where they benefit from us is
There was a remark from our very own SCG president, Comrade Okeluwa Donatus Dona for All, where he said, as a student and you are aspiring to dive into the political sector, if you're a student and you're aspiring to dive into the political sector, you should expect your academics to be in our calling SCD secretary develop on stage to take note of the
Upgraded Nigerian students. Upgraded Nigerian students. You know, today is a very powerful day. So, and according to the flyer that was circulating, so the second refreshment is on the way coming. So the rice collaboration is on the way coming. So, tell your neighbor to relax. Tell your neighbor to relax. So the refreshment is coming. So just calm down. So pay attention. We are entering into another stage. See, listen. This is very important. So, and it is an opportunity for you as a fresh to witness the SUG aspirant debate. So, by tomorrow,
the new leadership of the student union government will change. So you know tomorrow is the election. So are you all expected to exercise your franchise by voting in the best student leaders? So today they are going to mount the stage and give us a reasonable reason why we should vote for them. So starting from the librarian, PRO, the DOS, the DHS, the ASG, the SSG, the vice president, the president, the people are starting for speakership. So all of them are